Narcissists don't exist. It's all a popular trend. This kind of video title is not clickbait. The fact is that some bloggers and even psychologists really make such videos in which they say that such concepts as narcissist and narcissistic abuse do not exist. And it's all fiction of resentful women and men who could not build normal relationships. And in general, this topic destroys families and deprives children of a full-fledged family where both parents should be present. I want to say a few words about it. This opinion is shared by two types of people. The first are the narcissists themselves, who will never admit that their inability to build adequate relationships and other actions harm other people. Of course, narcissists will deny everything and blame everything on the victims of abusive behavior. And yes, even a psychologist can be a narcissist, and even a psychologist can be a victim of narcissistic abuse. So when choosing a psychologist, pay attention to how you feel rather than instantly believing the information you hear from the psychologist. Try to feel how much the information resonates with you and what kind of energy in general comes from that person. And don't hesitate to change psychologists if something doesn't suit you. In the description under the video, you will find a link to an online psychotherapy service where you can choose your specialist from several therapists and take online therapy in a quiet and convenient mode. For example, by messaging with the psychologist. This is a good option for introverts, should I say. The second category of people who deny narcissism are people who have not been in close contact with narcissists. They have not dated narcissists. They have not tried to build a family with such people. They have not grown up with narcissistic parents. They have not had narcissistic children. And they cannot identify a narcissist among a group of people. Unfortunately, people who have not experienced this do not understand very well, or rather do not understand at all, what victims of narcissistic abusive behavior regularly have to deal with and how they feel. Such people twiddle their thumbs when they listen to or read victim stories and label the victims as "it's your own fault. Why did you put up with so much? Or why did you even start living with this person?" In my book, Narcissist, Victim, Rebirth, I describe the obvious and non-obvious reasons why victims can tolerate an abuser for a long time. And some of the reasons are not obvious even to the victims themselves. I suggest you read this chapter to finally stop blaming yourself and look with a cold head at the reasons that keep you near this person. I would also like to give you the confidence that all these reasons and problems can be solved. Besides the reasons why you tolerate a narcissist, you will understand the reasons why he actually keeps you near him. As for destroying families and about children who grow up with single mothers or fathers because one spouse decided to leave the narcissist, first of all, the family isn't there initially. There is a pair of people. A narcissist who has made a performance to make a victim fall in love with him. And further, he or she exploits that victim. And there's a victim who fell in love with a false image of a man or a woman who never existed. And both of these characters are in a codependent relationship full of scandals, jealousy, devaluation, inhibitions, and other unpleasant situations. It's far from the concept of a normal family. And it's certainly not what victims of narcissistic abusive behavior want when they enter a relationship with an abuser who certainly doesn't show up on first dates with a sign that says, "Hi, I'm an abuser and I'm going to ruin your life." As for children, my opinion is that it is damaging for any child in any family to see conflict between parents, and even more damaging to see one parent mistreating the other. In case one or both parents are narcissists, then besides endless scandals and yelling, the child gets a huge portion of criticism, devaluation, and negativity in his/her address. All this generates a huge number of childhood traumas that settle in the child, even at a subconscious level. And then these traumas bring huge problems in the adult life of such a person. Sometimes it takes a lifetime to get rid of all the traumas, blocks, fears, and worldview embedded in a child in childhood. That is why I believe that a child and any adequate adult needs an adequate happy family or no family at all temporarily if it isn't possible to build a happy family in this moment of time. Then that nightmare called relationship with a narcissist. A logical question with a logical answer. What is better for a child? Living with one parent but in happiness and safety? Or living with two in an unhealthy atmosphere where the exhausted victim of the narcissist simply doesn't have the energy and time for this child? Neither the first nor the second category of people need to prove anything. They have their point of view and you have your experience. But it is undesirable for victims of narcissistic abuse to watch such videos where their negative experiences are questioned, because in this case, the victim of the narcissist starts blaming herself again, looking for 150 more flaws in herself, thinking how to change the relationship after all, and spinning 1,000 more different disturbing thoughts in her head. Eventually, her toxic relationship with the narcissist drags on for even longer and destroys her even more. The victims of abusive relationships should really be careful with this information because the narcissist has already accustomed them to doubt their feelings, thoughts, and desires with narcissistic gaslighting and devaluing. The narcissist regularly accustoms the victim to constant self-doubt. So videos that say that narcissists don't exist and it's all made up by victims can have a traumatizing effect on people who have experienced psychological abuse and sometimes physical abuse from a toxic person. It is necessary to develop a healthy, sober approach to this problem, to really be able to get out of this difficult situation, to experience what happened to you, and not to carry these unpleasant memories into the future life, but on the contrary, to transform your experience into the creation of a new, happy life. And this is what I talk about in my book too, where I give specific recommendations as someone who has gone through years of psychological abuse myself. The book Narcissist, Victim, Rebirth can be downloaded in the video description. Thank you for watching this video.